the street. Do you think that would actually get stuff done? Like, it seems like, that some of this inaction to me
I was just
stems from a
coloring
lack
this
of
one a little bit
demand
more.
from
Listen
the
to
public. I mean,
this.
everyone wants it to happen, but the Republicans, just the general nature of psychology, are more passive to these stories than the Democrats, who are able to just channel this massive outrage network and essentially leave stories like ice impossible to ignore by the authorities just by complaining so much.
I think I'm not a political activist, and I don't like protests or anything, but it just basic human nature suggests that the only thing they respond to is shame. And so you've got to do things that conservatives are uncomfortable with, and show up at some of their political events and ask them specifically, what are you doing to protect the disabled people who are at these homes? Like, set aside for a moment the hundreds of millions of dollars that have been stolen from Mainers so that African Medicaid moguls can drive multiple Mercedes-Benz G-Wagons. That's another thing. Antoine Bacamba, 2 Mercedes G-Wagons right now. He was an Audi guy. He had a Q5 and he had a Q6, but he traded those in. So now he's got some Mercedes. So he and Jocelyn both share a common affinity for the Mercedes luxury vehicles. But setting aside the money that has been stolen from Maine taxpayers, in every single one of these houses, there are 2 adults with autism spectrum disorder or developmental disorders. They're oftentimes wards of the state who have no one on the outside, no family on the outside to check in on them and visit them and make sure that the fridge has food in it, to make sure that there's not dog shit smeared all over the floor, to make sure that their door locks and the bathroom is clean, and the direct support professionals working with them can speak English and are attendant to their needs, can read their medication plans, and can read their dietary plans. In many cases, you have individuals who are quite literally on their own, and these are the most vulnerable people in our society. They can't advocate for themselves. They may look like they're 45 or 50 years old, but they have the cognitive capacity of a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old. I think even the most bare-bone conservative in our society would say that there's a role for government in stepping in to have a social safety net for those individuals. Like, if there is a reason to have a social safety net at all, it's to help those people who are physically and mentally incapable of helping themselves. But what we have done as a state instead is piled those individuals into slums, autism slums, decrepit houses run by New Mainer profiteers who are using those houses as de facto crash pads for their illegal alien buddies. That's what we've done. And the disabled individuals are an afterthought. They're disregarded, neglected, and abused. In the words of the investigators who issued letters about Beyond Residential Care and Paradise Residential Services, their disability rights are being violated. So their fundamental human rights are being violated, according to the Mills administration, in the homes of these 2 companies, which I have to tell you, those 2 companies are operating just like 25 other ones that I'm aware of. And the Mills administration has turned a blind eye to this. They're comfortable allowing this to happen. We're talking about the industrial scale subjugation of the rights of disabled Mainers, and no one that I'm aware of in state government is doing anything about it. And I have been talking to even Republican officials and Republican lawmakers about this, and I don't see a lot of anger and outrage from them either. It seems like
I agree. Yep. Nope.
It seems like broadly.
I'm trying to hold it as still as I can. Sorry, I'm in a weird position. I was watching the sky. Oh, the jet line disappeared. Wow, that dissipated fast. I was just coloring this one more.